In the world of the dead, where the military, along with Farmer Ben, were in the abandoned streets, killing any zombie they could find and those that get on their way. So, Farmer Ben, that was a good thing you brought along those crates of food. We can sure last long as we can with this much food, said a commander. It was not a problem, Farmer Ben said as he had a sip of wine and then walked back to Bear Country. In Bear Country, where Mama and Papa, along with Zoe, brother, and sister lived, was in a big treehouse. Papa went to the woods to cut down some trees for wood, and Mama was inside the house cleaning while Zoe was out doing errands. Brother was outside playing basketball. He froze the ball and went inside the hoop. All right, Brother cheered. Brother, brother, Sister called as she ran towards her brother. What's the matter, sis? Brother asked. Too Tall and his gang took my jump rope. I tried to get it back, but they won't give it to me, Sister replied. 3 against 1, and you're half their size, Brother said as he was really angry that Too Tall and his gang were not nice to Sister. Do you think you could get it back for me? Sister asked as Brother started to walk. Just have them try to stop me, Brother said as he walked towards the creek, where Too Tall and his gang were skipping stones into the water when they saw Brother. Too Tall, smirk, scuzz, he called out. Too Tall and his gang then looked at Brother. Hey, look, it's Brother Bear. Should you be at home playing with your dollies? Too Tall said as he and his gang laughed. Ha ha, very funny. Now may I have that jump rope back, please? Brother said nicely. Well, since you said please, forget it. Too Tall shouted at Brother as he showed Brother's sister's jump rope. You want it? Come and get it, he sneered. Brother walked across the log on the creek, and he was able to get across, though he was dared by Too Tall to cross the log to get his sister's jump rope back. I did it, Brother sighed as he walked across the creek on the log. Good job, Brother. We didn't think you had it in you, but since you impressed us so much, you can have this back, Too Tall said as he handed Brother his sister's jump rope back. Really? Thanks, Too Tall, Brother replied as he was about to walk away when Too Tall stopped him. Why don't you come with us some more and we'll have some more fun, Too Tall said as he and his gang took Brother into the cave and he was dared to go inside the cave, which Brother did hear about the zombie sound that he never heard before, so he ran out of the cave screaming. He soon caught up with Too Tall and his gang. Nice going, Brother, Smirk said. You made it, Scuzz added. Yeah, it's nice going, Brother, Too Tall said as he added as Brother laughed. It was a piece of cake. It wasn't so hard, Brother replied. This fun is just begun, Too Tall said as he and his gang took Brother Bear by the sheep pen where they dared Brother to take a shortcut, but Brother tried to walk away. You chicken? Too Tall asked. I'm not chicken, Brother said. Then we dare you to take the shortcut, Too Tall replied as Brother along with Too Tall and his gang took a shortcut across the field up to cutting through half of the sheep field. One of them was a ram and he wound up being woken up by Too Tall's yelling that caused him to chase the gang and Brother, which of course they made it out of the pen just in time. Way to go, Brother, Too Tall said as he was impressed. That ram almost got you, Scuzz said as Brother got up. Wasn't that fun? Too Tall asked as Brother said he was almost a close call. When you hang out with Too Tall and the gang, the fun never ends, he said. All that fun is making me hungry. I think it's time for some watermelons. Too Tall and his gang then took Brother and Farmer Ben to the watermelon patch. But this is Farmer Ben's watermelon patch, Brother explained to Too Tall as he hushed him. You want to spoil our fun? Too Tall whispered. We're going to steal some watermelons. But that's dishonest, and Farmer Ben's a friend of mine, replied Brother. But that's dishonest, and Farmer Ben's a friend of mine. Maybe we made a mistake if you hang out with us. I guess you're a chicken, Too Tall said to Brother. I told you I'm not chicken, Brother shouted. Then I dare you to come with us, Too Tall said, as Brother shook his head. Not this time, Brother said. Then Too Tall had a good idea to keep him from walking away, so he would say yes. Then I double dare you, he said, but Brother still didn't listen. I don't see how stealing watermelons is fun, Brother replied. I'll see you later. Brother was about to walk away when Too Tall called his name. I double dare you, Too Tall said. You'll have to try it first and then decide whether it's fun or not, Too Tall replied to Brother as he made the right choice. Okay, I'll do it, Brother replied, making Too Tall and his gang to stop being jerks to him. Once Brother along with Too Tall and his no-good gang sneaked into the watermelon patch, they checked to make sure the coast was clear, so the gang both hid inside as Brother looked around to make sure that no one was around before walking up towards one of the watermelons. But he didn't see that Farmer Ben was a scarecrow to scare away bears for stealing watermelons. When he saw Brother, he snuck up from behind and placed both his hands on Brother. Gotcha! he said as he pulled Brother away from the watermelon, as Brother was struggling to get free. Help! Let me go! Brother screamed as Tootal and Skane saw a big zombie wearing overalls and had one huge arm and charges at Brother and Farmer Ben, carrying them far away until they were out of sight. Tootal and his gang were so scared of the sight that they had to run away. Run for it, Tootal said as he and his gang ran away screaming. Meanwhile, back at the Bear's treehouse, Zoe was pulling the car in the driveway with a few bags of groceries that she got for Mama. Here are your groceries, Mama. Got what you needed, Zoe said as she and Mama carried the stuff into the house. Thanks, Zoe. I'm so glad you did that for me. I love having you to help out, Mama said as she and Zoe noticed that Brother wasn't back. Brother isn't back from getting Sister's jump rope back from Tootal and his gang. I wonder where he is. Let me guess. Me and Sister can go find him, I guess, if he's at someone's house, Zoe suggested. Okay, that sounds good, Mama said. Zoe walked out of the house and started the car again as Sister saw Zoe in the car. Zoe, where are we going? Sister asked as she got in the car with Zoe. Brother hasn't returned in a while. I thought he was just getting your jump rope back from Tootal and his gang. Well, we both all have to go back and look for him, Zoe said as she drove around Bear Country. They stopped when they found a place where Sister and Zoe knew that some of their friends know that Brother and asked where he was, if they've seen him, but no one did. Then Zoe drove past Farmer Ben's place. Here's one place we have a crime scene, Zoe said, as she and Sister saw a broken fence had been run over. I hope Brother's okay, said Sister. Well, what I'll have to do is go back to the treehouse and prepare myself. We might end up going on another zombie adventure. Zoe drove back to the treehouse and grabbed her stuff. Mama then dropped Zoe and Mom and Sister Bear off at Farmer Ben's farm. They walked over to the watermelon patch. I see footprints, and it must be a new zombie, Zoe said. Despite the fact that this footprint is bigger than mine and yours, Zoe and Sister walked along the watermelon patch. There's a trail of these footprints. If we follow them, we'll see where they took Brother and possibly Farmer Ben as well, Sister said as she and Zoe began to follow the footprints. They lead into the forest, which was a long-distance walk. They soon stopped to see a cave. Brother must be down there, since the footprints stopped near the end of the cave, Zoe said. Wow, this is something. A real crime scene going on, another zombie adventure maybe? I wonder what this cave will take us, Sister asked. That is the same question I could ask. Well, this is some sort of same cave your Mama and Papa went through, except they went through Witter Jones's basement, remember? Zoe asked as she and Sister laughed. I hope Brother will be okay, Sister replied as she was walking with Zoe. I hope so too. Mama might contact the police to help us look for your brother, so I do hope he's okay. Zoe replied as she and Sister walked more into the cave as Zoe turned on her flashlight. This is scary a little, Sister said. Brother? Sister called out, but no replied. Brother? Brother, where are you? Zoe called, but they couldn't hear a reply back until they came across an old bridge. Wait out, Sister. This is an old bridge, so we'll have to go slow on the bridge. I have no idea if anyone has ever walked down here, Zoe said as she and Sister started to walk over the bridge to cross to get to the other side. What will this cave take us? To the world where we were when Witter Jones kidnapped us along with my brother and friends? Sister asked. Maybe. It's hard to say where the path takes us, Zoe replied as she and Sister continued to walk through the cave. Maybe we could find some people that can help, Sister said. That is possible, or maybe if we run into Louis and Francis, they could help us, Zoe replied, as she was still saddened that Bill had to sacrifice himself to save Zoe and his friends back when they were stopping Witter Jones from her evil plans. It is sad that Bill's not with us, Zoe said. I agree with you, Sister, but Bill will always be around in spirit even when we can't see him, Zoe said as she can see a light. Sister, I see a light. We must be getting close. As she and Sister walked until they were out of the cave, they were at the same world that Witter Jones took the cubs in and held them captive. Wow, are we what I think we're in? Sister asked Zoe. We're in the same world we met each other, but this is somewhere else, Zoe replied as they found out that they were in a fiery building. And this building's on fire, Sister. Let's try to look around and see if we can find anyone that can help us, Zoe said as she and Sister looked around until they saw a helicopter flew over their heads as a group of 4 survivors walked onto the building from the door they came in through the burning building. Hey, come back, a guy said in the white suit said. We're still here, a mechanic man shouted. Hey, come back, said the black girl. Come back, come back. Aw, they ain't coming back, a high school coach said. Let's get over this fence and ask one of those people for help. Maybe they can help us find brother, Sister said, as she and Zoe climbed over the fence to get to the other side of the fence to meet the other people. The four survivors turned around to see Zoe and Sister climbing up the fence. They were happy to see that two people are still alive. Are you guys bitten? A high school coach asked. Not gonna hurt you, just asking. No, we both have not been bitten, Sister replied. I'm immune to the infected, so I guess you're immune too, Zoe added. That's right. Right, we are, and you both have been saying you're looking for someone? The man working a bull shifter's shirt asked. Yep, that's right, Sister replied. Do you know who or what that person you are looking for? The man in the white suit asked. Well, there is a zombie that too. Him and I have no clues on what he is, but it might be a tank or something, Zoe said. Well, we can help you girls out. Why not we get to know each other first? The black girl replied, wearing a pink shirt. I'm Sister Bear. Even though I'm a cub, I still say I'm a kid, Sister said. Alright, so where is this person of a cub you're looking for? The high school coach asked. Well, he's my brother. He's 10 years old and his name is Brother Bear. He wears a red shirt and blue-green jeans. Pants or whatever, Sister replied. Okay, so what kind of zombie got him? The man in the suit asked as Zoe and Sister looked and didn't know what to think of him. Well, I think we should get to know each other, the high school coach said. My name's Nick, replied the man in the white suit. My friends call me Coach. What about you, young lady? Coach asked Zoe. I'm Zoe. I'm not really her big sister, but this cub and her brother look up to me as that way, Zoe replied. Nice name, Zoe. Nice to meet you. Name's Rochelle, replied Rochelle. My name's Ellis. Some of my friends call me Elle, but I do prefer call Ellis because Elle kind of sounds like a girl's name. Ellis stopped talking and then he stared at Zoe. Oh my gosh, that's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. She is so beautiful. She is so beautiful. Rochelle then smacked Ellis. You know her and she knows you, Rochelle said. Quit daydreaming. I don't care, Rochelle. She's an angel, Ellis replied. He sure has a big crush on Zoe. Well, how do you two met? Coach asked as Zoe told the story of how she and Sister met along with her family and friends, and even that Winter Jones was evil at first, but when they all saved the cubs that they were missing, it was one adventure they had. That is something I don't hear every day. Rochelle smiled and then laughed. That part where Winter Jones that she was scared of you, Zoe, was just so funny. Zoe laughed with Rochelle. But seriously, I cannot believe that I've met another woman alive. I thought I was the last one. I thought I was the last one too, Zoe replied. So that chopper is heading back to the evac center in the mall, Ellis stated, where the helicopter flew off to. I have to agree. Let's grab a weapon and head to the mall, Coach said, as he grabbed 2 pistols along with Ellis, Rochelle, and with Zoe, and with Sister while Nick took a fire axe. They all head down the stairs. Just so you know, we have to go through the apartment building, so there will be zombies in here, even seeded ones, Nick warned the group as everyone nodded as Ellis opened the door and the group shot down some zombies in the alleyway. Watch out for the ones in hazmat suits, Ellis warned the group. They cannot be hurt by fire. The group continued to walk down the hallway until a blockage of fire and a barricade was in the way. Ah, crap, Zoe groaned. What is that? Sister asked. A fire and a barricade has blocked her path, Zoe replied as Rochelle saw a window ledge that they could walk on carefully. There's a window ledge that goes down we can get through past the fires, Rochelle said, as she started to walk carefully across the window ledge along with Sister and the rest of the group. Zoe started to walk, but as she looked down, Zoe was scared of heights, and she sure didn't like Rochelle's idea. Oh, how did this building get so high? Zoe asked as she was feeling a bit scared. It's okay, I got you, Ellis said as he held Zoe through the whole way of the window ledge to get around the blockage of the fire of the barricade. After the group was able to get down and reach the elevator, they made sure everyone was in. Thanks, Ellis, I owe you one, Zoe said. You were scared there, Zoe. You okay? Rochelle asked as she pressed the button on the elevator as the doors closed and the elevator was going down. I am just scared of heights. I just have a fear of it ever since I was 12 years old, Zoe said as Ellis hugged her. There, Zoe. I know I was like that too. When I turned 17 and I rode the tallest roller coaster, I got over my fear, Ellis said as he comforted Zoe. You're such a good friend, Ellis. Maybe you should ask her out, Nick whispered in Ellis's ear. As the elevator reached the ground floor in the room was getting smoky. Now when this door opens, be ready to fight the zombies, Coach said as the group prepared themselves. Nick opened the elevator door, and the sound of it caused a horde of infected sound to run towards the group of survivors to attack. The group took them down as it didn't take long to do so, and when the group continued to walk in through the burning building, Sister was coughing as Zoe picked her up. She's coughing bad. She needs oxygen or she'll die by smokes in her lungs. Zoe raced her through the horde while shooting any infected down that gets in her way. Way with Sister. When they got out of the burning fiery part of the building, there was a safe house ahead, so Zoe raced into the safe house when the zombie with the big arms started to charge at the girls. Hey, watch out! Ellis pushed Zoe out and Sister out of the way as the big armed zombie charged at Ellis as it grabbed him by the arm and started to pound him to the ground. As Coach and Nick and Rochelle started to shoot the zombie down. Hey, he's crushing me! Ellis groaned in pain as Zoe grabbed her pistol and fired at the new zombie until he was dead, and Ellis was free. You okay, Ellis? Coach asked. Yeah, I'm okay, Ellis said as he ran towards Zoe, who was carrying Sister in her arms. You okay? He asked. Yeah, I'm okay, thanks, Zoe, Zoe said as Sister started to cough. Oh God, she's losing oxygen, Zoe said as she was in a worried tone, as Ellis found her an oxygen mask on the floor and grabbed it and placed it over Sister's face. Here, this should help, he said. Breathe, Sister. This will help clear the stuff in the smoke from the fire, Zoe said as Sister was breathing as Ellis and Zoe ran into the safe room. Rochelle saw what happened and walked towards Sister, who was having trouble breathing along with Ellis and Zoe, who were trying to help. Does she have asthma? Rochelle asked. No, she doesn't, but she's dehydrating, Zoe replied as Rochelle pulled out an IV bag and stuck the needle into Sister's arm. This IV bag should help her stay hydrated, Rochelle replied. Thanks, Ro, Ellis said as Zoe started to have tears in her eyes. What's the matter? He asked Zoe. This is what her parents would never want. A close-to-death cub, Zoe sobbed. I understand you were worried about her. You were like a sister to her. You sure are right about that, Ellis said as he wiped Zoe's tears away from her eyes. You're right, Ellis. I'd treat her like if she was my own sister and my kid, Zoe said as Sister was able to talk again. Okay, now who put this IV bag and needle in me? Sister asked. I did. Ellis placed the oxygen mask over you, Rochelle added. Did you feeling okay to continue? Zoe asked Sister as she nodded. Why not we take some time to prepare before we leave the safe room to get to the mall? Sister suggested as the group agreed on preparing before leaving the safe room.